Hey GC kids, I am here today with my sister Jessica.
Hi guys!
Ladies and gentlemen, the story you are about to see is true.
Jessica, tell us a little bit about yourself. How old are you? What stage of life are you in?
I am 18 years old and I'm a senior graduating from Desert Christian High School.
Wow, time flies.
Uh-huh.
I remember when you first started going to high school and I was like, what is happening? So if I'm 26, that puts about, like 8 years between us?
8 years.
That's a long time. Kids, I don't know if you have older siblings who are 8, 10 years older than you, but we wanted to share a couple of stories that Jess and I have experienced together. And for starters, what do you think about talking about history?
Yes, history and mini marshmallows.
Go for it, Jess.
So, when we were little, Mom would read history stories and we were homeschooled, so she would get this bag of mini marshmallows and then she would get the marshmallows so we would pay attention because at the end of the history lesson, she would ask questions. And of course, if you answer the question right, she would chuck a marshmallow at you.
I remember just like yelling the answer, whether I knew it or not, like as fast as I could.
Every time. You
just to distract.
Scream out answers.
Just yell them.
President Lincoln!
That was pretty brilliant of Mom, because you could get a pack of mini marshmallows pretty easily, and that worked. It kept us from falling asleep and stuff.
Mm-hmm. So I remember I was little, right? So if Josh was like 15 or so, I was only like 8. So he had some arm length on me. So I remember one time I got the answer. I got the answer right, and I was so excited. And Mom chucked the mini marshmallow at me, and this guy throws his hand out and he snatches it from me. And I mean, I think
totally stole that marshmallow from her.
Yeah, I think you'd have to admit that you maybe did that more than once, Josh.
Oh yeah. Well, like you were telling me earlier, you said that I would do it repeatedly and nobody would notice.
Nobody would notice because I was little. You would snatch all my marshmallows.
And you were so sweet that you were like, I'm not gonna like make a big fuss out of this right now, but legit, I answer the questions right. They get a marshmallow thrown at me and somebody steals it from me.
Yep, and maybe 1 out of 5 they would notice and they'd throw another one that he would also steal.
It was a rough life. I was a tyrant in the DeVore house. But you did we could only think of one time you ever enacted vengeance upon me in response.
Yeah, it was rather violent, but I mean, this is the
it was
only
pretty
time.
violent.
You have to realize this is the only time that I really lashed out. So accumulate all the times he ever annoyed me. This is the only time I ever did anything.
And I was crazy. So set the scene for us, Jess.
Okay. Josh stole some marshmallows, something or another. I was fuming. I was very, very angry. So we had a couch with big, giant arms right next to the entry of the living room. So I climbed onto the couch and I kind of creeped underneath the arm. And then Josh comes walking in the room and I had timed this out, so I'm waiting. And when he walks in the room, I jump on the arm of the couch and I leap onto his back. And
literally leaped onto my back.
I leap onto him. He's totally oblivious. And I just bite his shoulder. And Josh, what? And he just flings me off and chucks me on the couch and he's like, what are you doing?
I was in so much shock because even though I was a tyrant around the house, very few people aside from my older brother actually fought back. And that day, Jess, you got me
crazy.
Good.
Yeah, I didn't draw blood. He was fine, but
What should we close with?
Oh, I've got a good one. So this is funny because this is how I remember Josh in high school. So this is pretty fun. This is what.
Oh yeah, because all the years gap, like there's a big gap.
Yeah, but this is how I remember Josh in high school. So Josh would mow people's lawns and do yard work to get money when he was in high school. So he's always riding his bike around town. He always had weird contraptions to hook the lawnmower to his bike or whatever, his car. I don't know.
When I got my pickup truck, I was like, okay, this is wonderful.
Pickup truck was a good phase. Yeah, so Josh would always be gone all day. I would never see him. He was just gone. And then I don't know why, but I was always sitting at the table when he would walk in the back door. And he just, literally, he looked like a piece of grass. Like, he was just green and brown all over. Like, he was so dirty. And, like, he smelled like a lawnmower. And he would just come in the back door and he would go, I need a shower. Sure, I'm dirty.
I'm dirty.
Sure. And he would just like trample into the bathroom and go get cleaned up, and Mom would always be like, oh, do you want some food? No. Sure. I need shower. I was just like, this guy's weird. I never see him, and when I see him, he's really dirty. So that was how I saw Josh. And there was one other way that I would see him. If he got sick, he would be home when we would see him.
Oh gosh, you're really pulling out the ammo
it's so
right now.
good, Josh. Okay, so what he would do if he was sick is he would get this giant red Snoopy blanket and he would put it over his head and wrap it around him like he was a nun. He would walk out and go,
yeah,
I'm so sick.
I am really bad when I'm sick. Samantha says I'm the worst too.
He was so funny.
We wanted to share these stories with you guys because if you have an older sibling that there's a lot of time in between, a lot of age gap, we just want you to know that even though you have really unusual stories with them and maybe you don't even understand them entirely, as you get older, continue fighting for that relationship, continue fighting for that friendship. And I like you, Jess.
I like you too, Josh. You're fun.
You're my sister. Like, I would never want anything else. And so that's just
Totally
such good
agree.
memories. Anyways, GC kids, I hope this is encouraging and quite an adventure to hear. Have a great day.
Bye, guys.